This is not the first time Michael Saylor has reinvented MicroStrategy and pumped the stock to the moon. Price is going up. Oh, they're going to the moon. These things are, people don't understand how profitable they're going to be. There's a difference between a good stock and a good stock price. I mean, a good company and a good stock. There can be lots of great companies that are just overpriced and they don't have to keep going up no matter how great the company is. That's what's about to happen. I think they're going to crown the king and make BlackRock the official first Bitcoin ETF. BlackRock's definitely going to be one of them. If they're not the only one, they'll definitely be one of them.
Mark Yusko sets the stage with, "This is not the first time Michael Saylor has reinvented MicroStrategy and pumped the stock to the moon." To the moon indeed. People often confuse a good stock with a good company, but fear not, we're here to decipher the difference. What's the big scoop? BlackRock might just get crowned as the official first Bitcoin ETF. Hold on to your crypto hats. Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and brace yourselves for more battles in the crypto realm right here on Money Talks. Now, let's continue our discussion with the one and only Mark Yusko.
I use the old school stack of National Geographics to make the computer at the right height. And when I pulled them off the shelf today, this is the one that came up on the top. And that's what's about to happen. The great migration, this buffalo stampede of capital into these Bitcoin ETFs, which again, I'm sticking with my projection. I mean, we're recording this on Friday the 5th. This is our Epiphany show. So we're going to have to do a bunch of Epiphanies because we'll release on the Feast of the Epiphany, the 6th. And I'm going with Sunday night, the 7th, right before the King's birthday. Elvis's birthday on Monday. Also my 13-year-old's birthday. I think they're going to crown the king and make BlackRock the official first Bitcoin ETF. There's all this stuff about they're going to do them all at once. Maybe they're going to do it sequentially. We'll see. But BlackRock's definitely going to be one of them. If they're not the only one, they'll definitely be one of them. And the amount of money that's going to shift from these proxies into the Bitcoin ETF, just kind of like, people bought GBTC and they're like, why am I paying 2% for holding Bitcoin? Like, why? Well, because it's the only way, if you wanted it in your brokerage account or your IRA, that was the only, I guess there were some IRA services, but if you wanted a brokerage account, the only way was to own this trust. And if you wanted to own direct ownership, even like BITO and the others were futures, they weren't direct spot ownership. And MicroStrategy is, a Bitcoin bank bolted onto a kind of money-losing software company. So it really is a Bitcoin bank at this point. And the reason it outperformed not only from this proxy phenomenon, but also they have a little bit of leverage. Not a huge amount of leverage, but, Michael can go borrow money back when he borrowed the first tranche at 0 interest rates. It's a pretty good deal. And buy Bitcoin. Now, he looked really stupid for a long time. Like, he's going to get a margin call. He's going to go to 0 because if you borrow money and buy an asset that goes down, that's a bad outcome. Now, it's only a bad outcome if the loan can get called. And everybody says, this loan's going to get called. Nope, never got called. Came really close. But loan never got called. Never got the margin call. And, now he's looking really smart, and I guess he's buying more. So I do think some of those things are absolutely going to see less. Now, you take something like Coinbase, that's a toss-up, because while people will certainly move from Coinbase into the ETFs, many of them are going to settle in custody inside Coinbase, and so they're going to make some additional profits. Now, there was one guy last night who issued some reports saying, but you're overstating how much that's going to be. And this stock's going down by 67%. I'm like, dude, really? Come on, do some math with me. Because while that's happening, okay, you're not going to make as much as some people think, fine. But what's going to happen to the price when we have both a supply shock, which is coming the end of April, and a demand shock, which is coming on Monday.
Let's highlight some stuff that Mark said National Geographic's propping of a computer, old school charm, meets crypto revolution. The Buffalo stampede of capital into Bitcoin ETFs has the crypto realm buzzing. Mark sticks to his projection of BlackRock's coronation as the first Bitcoin ETF. The anticipation builds, akin to predicting the king's birthday, but with a crypto twist. Now, let's delve into the MicroStrategy saga, a Bitcoin bank hitched to a money-losing software company. Michael Saylor's strategic maneuvers, from near-margin calls to bold Bitcoin buys, form a captivating narrative. Coinbase, our supporting character, faces debates on its fate amidst impending supply and demand shocks. It's a plot twist in the financial thriller that keeps us on the edge of our seats.
It'll be a huge beneficiary of the rising price, but that premium will get sucked out, and so there'll be. It's kind of how I feel about the first days of the ETF approval. If capital I, capital F, if GBTC is not approved, right? If they stick it to Barry and Michael and don't give them the approval to convert to an ETF, all 90%, some huge amount of the money of that $25 billion in GBTC is leaving. It's going to move, and it's going to be instantaneous. So that would be that would be very disappointing to the market, because the market would be like, well, why isn't the price going to the moon? Wait, why aren't your stocks right? Well, because look, I think a couple billion, maybe as much as 3 billion comes in on Monday, big number. But if all that is converting out of GBTC into these, IBTC or whatever gets approved, then net, you're not going to have a bunch of upward pressure. And that would be a big difference. Now, long-term, I don't think it matters. I think long-term, there's 300 billion that's coming into this market. And that's a 1% allocation. That's not even a 2 or 3 or 4%. That's just 1. So I think it's a monster demand shock. But I think MicroStrategy will be good, but not parabolic. Like, people just, it's amazing, right? When things are going down, they extrapolate that it's going down forever. It's going to zero. Yeah. Okay. Probably getting to a point where you should be a buyer, not a seller, right? And we've talked about this when things go on sale in markets, people run out of the store. Like, just stay in the store and buy the stuff that goes on sale. So when it was going down and the discount, it was already trading at a discount to the assets on its balance sheet, then you probably should have been a buyer. Now, when it's trading at a significant premium, because there's a hashtag I have, insiders don't sell at bottoms. If an insider of a company is selling their stock, they know more than you. They don't sell when it's undervalued, right? We had this thing when I worked at the university. When people would give a gift to the university, we'd sell it immediately. And I always said we should run a hedge fund that just shorted all those stocks. Because if you're giving a gift of an appreciated asset, you're not giving the one that you think is going up more. You're giving the one that you think is topped out and you can't unload it fast enough. So that, if Michael's selling shares to buy more Bitcoin, personally, it's because he sees the writing on the wall that the valuation of that business is extreme. It's like all the cloud companies, all the software companies, they're wildly overvalued on a price to earnings ratio. So, but he's a great arbitrageur. He really is. Now, you could argue that, well, maybe he gets on the wrong side of the arbitrage and whatever. But he is a great arbitrageur, and he's done this multiple times. People forget this is not the first time Michael Saylor has reinvented MicroStrategy and pumped the stock to the moon.
Mark Yusko, the maestro, unfolds the drama of ETF approval, where Grayscale Bitcoin Trust's fate hangs in the balance. Will it make it or break it? Mark speculates on a potential instant exodus of funds if GBTC isn't approved, revealing the psychological intricacies of market reactions. In the grand scheme, he envisions a monster demand shock with $300 billion entering the market. MicroStrategy, the protagonist, remains a key player, navigating from discount to premium. Mark delves into market psychology, highlighting the tendency of savvy buyers to capitalize when things go on sale. MicroStrategy's journey becomes a valuable lesson, reflecting Michael Saylor's arbitrage prowess and his knack for reinventing the game. It's not just about Bitcoin. It's about the delicate dance of market dynamics and financial wit. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.